artist and talk a bit about my previous work, part of the artistic journey that's influenced my work through Art Hack Week. So I'm basically in university. I have a very creative background. I never considered myself an artist. I went to university and was an art history class. And the teacher told me you're debating what art is. And I don't know if anyone's had that debate in here, but it's not an easy one. But there's two stories that came out that really resonated with me. And I thought, if I'm ever an artist, I'll see artists. And basically it was, there's these artists out there that want to just, they have this thing in their gut that they really want to express this meaning or this change in the world, and they do it through digital media. And these great artists, like things like Ansel Adams, who created these amazing pictures of the national wildlife parks and actually influenced the government to actually create national parks to preserve these lands under the world, you know. And then another point that he pointed out is Ansel Adams became famous or not, he was still done the work, you know. They did it for the love of it, you know. They did it because it was this thing they had to do, not because they were an artist. And that kind of let me go, okay, I'm an artist, that's what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. I'm not caring what the result is. So at the same time I deferred from uni and I went to India, I got my camera, I'm a photographic artist, and I'm trying to capture this one image of India in this chaotic, saturated land. It's colourful and it's clouded, it's chaos becoming, and I was like, this isn't possible. And then I had this digital camera in my hand and I thought, this thing's just changed. This is like the first few years that these cameras came out and it went from medium format to digital, and I went, this is going through a change around. This is going through the same saturation change of why take one image when you can take hundreds or thousands to represent a landscape. And that's what I started to do. And that burning gut message that I wanted to show the world is this world is full of beautiful people, and we need to look at them as a group, but also individually understand them and understand who they are, because there's always a bit of us and them and a bit of them and us. So that's when I started creating Art of Travel. I would go around and I'd photograph inanimate objects that people just didn't really care about, doors, windows, signs, but they represented a culture, they represented what you learned. When you got off an aeroplane and you saw a sign that was in Hindu, you were like, I have just travelled. It was that sign that gave you that experience, not the movement of the place. So our college leagues all together, and I'd invite people to stand back and look at it as one. And then I'd invite people to come up closer and realise that no two images are the same. They're all different, they're all unique. And that's how we should judge one another. So, yeah, sorry. Oh, straight to the end. I don't know. Can I just pull up a second slide? So I've continued on this artistic process for the last 5 or so years, and I've gone a bit OCD on it. So I'm up to thousands at the moment and creating these massive artworks that people just go, whoa! And I'm like, that's how I feel about life. And then for Art Hack Weekend, I wanted to take this process into the digital world. Can I press the next one? Good. So that's where I created People Per Inch. So rather than using landscape environments, I wanted people. And how I started this idea is colour. Colour is a massive thing for our culture, for who we are. It represents emotion, it represents warnings, it represents just so much. So that was the starting point. And then I wanted, you know, people to just choose a colour, write up a little bit of a survey on, you know, just giving it a bit of an identity. And then I created this program that basically you can go, I'm going to create a picture from just only people from Australia, and it'll just give me colours from people from Australia. And then I eventually want, you know, it to be similar to my current artwork, where people can look back and I can do an exhibition where I've got a picture of people from India, a picture from people from Australia, a picture from people from China, and so forth, and walk around and go, wow, these mushes of colour, you know, they don't really tell you what that country is, and maybe these signs never really represent what a country or, you know, a single view can never really represent. That's me getting through it. This is my first artwork, which I've also got on display over here, and this is of 320 people from our community coming online, signing up, colouring in a picture, giving me a bit of little data, and then programming this up. So although it's small and simple, the amount of power that created this